Okay, I'm here with Sabina.
Thank you.
And Sabina's been my girlfriend for 5 years.
Sabina's been my girlfriend for 5 years.
She has the privilege of being my girlfriend for 5 years.
He has the privilege of being my boyfriend.
And I have the privilege of being her boyfriend for 5 years.
Yep.
And today's episode, we're going to talk about how and what makes how to have a successful relationship in 2024.
And let's just take a moment for the nails. They were $80, so let's just appreciate them for a second.
Yeah, very nice. A set of nails. That's
not sponsored. Not sponsored.
Went and came back from. Okay, so.
'Cause when you know.
Basically, a broad question: what is a relationship to you?
So I think a relationship to me is being able to be passionate with your loved one.
Okay, you don't have to stare at the camera. We're having a conversation. The camera's just recording.
Be passionate.
This isn't YouTube video. This is a podcast.
Passionate with a loved one.
Hey guys.
And to appreciate my future husband, because I will marry you one day, and that's the goal.
Okay, so that's why you're in a relationship. But what do you think a relationship is?
I think it's that, being able to marry someone and not just flirt.
That's what dating is, I would say, no?
What?
I'm saying
dating?
relationship. I'm not saying what dating is.
Yeah, it's a relationship. The goal is to get married.
So if I have a relationship with my brother, the goal is to get married with my brother?
The goal is to be in love with him.
But
non-romantically.
So my question is, what is a relationship to you?
A relationship is, oh my gosh, it's raining.
Yeah. It always seems to like to rain while I'm making videos.
A relationship is exactly being in love with the person that you're having a relationship with and nurturing it and showing them love.
Okay. Now, what do you think makes a successful relationship?
Communication.
Okay, you don't need to go like this. Like, speak to me freely.
No, because then you won't be able to hear it.
Yes, you will. These are high quality mics.
Communication is an important part.
And what does communication look like? Communication
is being able to talk to someone and to tell them if, let's say, for example, I actually heard someone like very smart and wise say this. They said that tell them when they're flirting, tell them when they're talking to them, tell them who they're with, tell them when they are, tell them where they're driving, and yeah.
So just basically
someone
being open?
Someone posted that today, some guy, Matthew. He like posted it, I was like, whoa. And I think that's the most important, communication.
That was pretty mind-blowing too?
Yeah.
Okay, so why are you in a relationship?
Because I love you. Babe, like you're so formal, I can't.
These are such bad responses, I can't make a video.
Why can't we just have like a combo?
That's what it's about,
What are you passionate about? Like.
What?
You're like.
I'm interviewing you.
Okay, but you're making it like too formal.
That's what an interview is.
No, we're having a combo. It's the Matthew show. We're having a combo like Joe Rogan. You're not like interviewing me for a position.
No, I'm not.
To be a landscaper for your Caledon house? No. We're having a combo because we're dating, yeah? You have to like talk to me as if we're like in, like let's say yesterday, for example. You know how we were in the Tesla?
Why do you keep looking that way? You're cheesing me.
Like, you know how we were in the Tesla yesterday? We were talking about like, I was like, what's my favorite trait, babe? And then we would just like start going. It's the same vibe. Not, you ask a question, then I answer. You ask a question. No, it's not like that. It's, we have a conversation, and then they hear the conversation, they're like, whoa. It smells so good, the rain.
I know, that's why I love being outside while it's raining in this little hut.
I think the mosquitoes also leave when it rains.
No, I think they come in here specifically because I've been getting rampaged by them.
I hope it doesn't pick up the wind.
See, look, they're coming. No, it doesn't. It's like so good quality audio.
Okay. What's your favorite trait about me?
No, that's not the topic of the...
See?
But that's not the topic I want to talk about.
The best interviews are the ones that you don't plan. You just say what comes to your mind.
No, but this is not what the topic I want to cover. The topic I want to cover is how to have a good relationship.
Okay, why do you think our relationship is successful, as you say to your viewers? See, and then you laugh when I ask you a question.
Because you're acting like we're talking to the camera. The camera's just there in the background.
I'm asking you. Why? I'm asking you, like, we were in the Tesla yesterday. Why do you think we have a successful relationship?
I think that we have a successful relationship because we're at a stage where we're honest about everything that we're going through.
Yeah.
If we have insecurities, we tell each other our insecurities. If we don't like something that somebody does. For example, if you don't like me, or when I used to vape a lot, you told me you didn't like me vaping.
Yeah.
And obviously at the beginning, it was hard for me to stop.
Yeah.
But because you cared for me and I saw that you cared for me, I wanted to stop for you to make you happy.
Yeah.
How about you?
I think, what's the question?
You asked it to me.
No, you asked me it.
You asked me and I just answered. What do you mean? You asked me, what do you think makes a successful relationship?
So what's your question?
I just asked it right back to you.
Okay, what do I think? I think communication is the most important, because if you're not communicating with your loved one, then, for example, there will be holes in the relationship and you won't know what the person wants. And yeah, like if I don't tell you like, oh, this bothers me, then you're going to keep doing it, and then it's going to become a negative relationship.
Well, so what would you say to somebody if they're communicating, saying, oh yeah, I'm communicating with my partner, but they're not bothering to listen to what I'm telling them, and they're not
then
changing?
That's not communication.
So what would it be?
Miscommunication.
Miscommunication?
Yeah.
What's miscommunication?
When you miscommunicate with someone and then you don't get your point like across.
So would you say that's just like being ignored?
No, it's a miscommunication. It's the word. It's the word for it. Miscommunication.
So if somebody,
you know, when someone's like, wait, I thought we were supposed to hang out at 7, but it's 8. Why aren't you here? Oh, I think I miscommunicated. That's what. You've never heard of that word?
No, I have. I just tried to understand what you meant in the context.
That's what it is in like relationship, when you miscommunicate about something and then something wrong happens. Like let's say someone says, oh, I'm in an open relationship, and then they go and like F other people, and then the girl, for example, is like, oh, like, when did we ever discuss this, that we're in an open relationship? Oh, we miscommunicated because they didn't communicate.
I wonder where you got that example from.
What? It's just a common example, dog.
Okay. So let's say
Guys,
somebody...
take a moment and look at Matt's mole's feet.
I don't have moles. Okay, what kind of advice would you give to somebody that's looking for a relationship with a girl, like you as a girl?
Yeah.
Some guy is out there currently looking for a relationship with a girl,
yeah,
but they can't seem to find their type of girl, their type of vibe.
Yeah.
What kind of advice would you give them?
So I always heard, actually I didn't always hear, I heard this once, but but I heard this quote, and it was like, you can't look for someone, you have to become the person that you want to find in a relationship, and then that person will come to you because you will attract that. So let's say for example, I want like a conservative man, right? And I'm doing like liberal views. So I'm never gonna find a conservative man because I'm being a liberal. Another example is, let's say for example I want someone who is good at swimming. I'm gonna go swimming every single day, and then I'll find someone there. It's a shitty example, but what I'm trying to say is, personality-wise, let's say for example I want to find someone that's funny. I have to be funny myself, and then I will attract funny people, because then I will start becoming friends with funny people, and then I'll find the person I want to be with.
But how about the whole manta that, oh, girls are judgmental and like guys shouldn't approach girls? What do you think about that? Or I mean,
what? You just asked me one question and now you just went completely the opposite direction.
Yes, I understand what you just said, but I'm asking you, like, what about like some girls not liking to be approached?
What's your question though?
What would a guy do then?
Then she doesn't want a relationship, I guess, and then like I don't.
No, she wants a relation. A girl wants a relationship, but she doesn't like to be approached by
then
guys.
Sucks. And bye. She doesn't want a relationship. Like I don't think if you want a relationship, I don't think you should look for it. It will, once you become that person that you want in a relationship, then that will come to you. It will attract.
Yeah, that's what I think as well. Like the moment that you start becoming,
like I never went and started looking for a boyfriend. You just came out of nowhere.
Yeah, facts.
And I wanted someone funny. That was the one thing I've always wanted. I didn't care about looks. I didn't care about like back then I didn't even care about morals. I just wanted someone so funny. Like I wanted a hilarious man. And you made me pee my pants, and then I was like, he's the one.
Yeah, and I feel like that's like why it's important to like set your own like morals and standards, because the moment that you set your morals and standards, then it becomes easier to look for somebody that you're interested in.
Exactly.
And you're not looking for your friends. Oh, do you think I should be with this person? Do you think this person likes me?
Yeah.
Like you've set your own morals and standards, and now you're out there looking for somebody similar that has the same similar morals and standards as you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So that was the one thing I always wanted. I wanted always a funny man.
Why funny?
Because I always thought, like, if he can make me laugh, then, like, it doesn't matter. Like, at the end of the day, like, looks fade, everyone always says, and it's so facts. But, like, when I'm 80 years old, like, am I going to want to be attracted by someone's looks or attracted by someone's personality?
So he's a 2 out of 10, but he's
Okay, obviously I'm
funny
not...
as his funniness is 10 out of 10.
Okay, obviously I have standards. Like, I'm not going to go for a 2. That's not my point. My point is that I didn't look... You know how some people, like, look for looks?
Yeah.
Like, some people, like, go hunting for looks.
Yeah.
I didn't go hunting for looks.
Only this type of features, only this type of body, only this type of hair.
Yeah, like, I know people that, like, are like, oh my gosh, this guy's so hot. But he's like, and I've had conversations with the person, and it's just like I can't do it. Like, the looks don't do it for me. But, like, let's say if someone said, oh my gosh, this guy's so funny, and then I go, and he's like 6. Instantly, he's a 10 for me, because he's making me, like, piss my pants.
So you're saying that once you kind of know what kind of personality you're looking for, that's like the most important thing, because once you have a personality of a certain person in mind, then it's easier to
Are you sure they can hear us?
Yeah. Then it's easier to manifest that kind of person.
Yeah. Not manifest, you'll attract that person.
You'll attract that person. And then like the looks are kind of like
just there.
Just like a bonus or a negative.
Yeah. Like looks for me aren't like the main factor. Like everyone's always like, oh my gosh, like he's so hot. Oh my god, like I don't care for that stuff.
Yeah.
It's just a bonus that you're hot, but the main drive for me is like your personality and like that if someone's funny.
So if you were gonna give somebody advice on if they're looking for a long-term relationship with somebody, they need to get concrete on what kind of personality they're looking for in that person, and then everything else will come?
No, because maybe some people care more about looks. Like, I don't care. Like, everyone's different, right? Like, some people care more about looks versus personality, and that's fine. Maybe that makes them more in love. It's the same thing as love languages. Like, when someone has a certain love language, they still love the same as the other person, just in a different way. So
I think what you said was important. I think that's actually a good fact.
It's important for me.
Once you have a standard of a personality or an idea of a kind of personality that you're looking for.
But some people don't care about personalities.
No, I think everybody cares about personality.
Some people literally will, some people will go for like the basic package, and just if they're hot, then they'll take it.
Yeah, so that's true, because I know a lot of people that stay with people that are so hot, but they're assholes.
Yeah,
or like the girl's like a bitch.
It's not even, doesn't even have to be the B word. She could literally just be like she could be nice, but she's just like flat, like basic. Like they don't really care for like having a good personality because like she's so cute. But for me, I could never date like a basic guy. Like I know so many people that are just dating like basic girls, or I know so many girls that are dating just basic guys, and there's nothing like, there's no like wow factor.
Yeah, facts.
Whereas like sure they're cute, but like there's no like wow, like he's so funny, or like he's so fun to be around.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh, he's cute. Wow, good for you.
Okay.
For me, it's just like I love being with you because you're funny and your personality's awesome. Not because, oh my gosh, you're so hot.
Yeah, it's just a bonus. It's actually pouring. Like on one side of this, look, there it's bright, and then there it's dark and gloomy.
I know.
And it just smells so fresh. This is my favorite type of weather to breathe in.
When you know.
Okay, let's move on. Let's move on to the next topic I want to cover in relationships. How long do you think a person should be dating until they're ready to be married? Like, be dating for like 1 year and then I know for sure I want to marry this person? Or like, is there like a minimum amount of time that a person needs to be dating before they're ready to marry?
I don't believe in like a time frame.
So
because when you know.
So I can meet you in 1 week and then the next week I want to get married? You think that's good?
Yeah.
Enough time You think that's a long enough time frame for somebody to get to know somebody?
Well, I think that if he's the right person, he's not going to marry you in a week because he obviously knows that he wants to get to know you. So I'm not putting a time frame on it, but it's also like logical that you can't.
So how do you know it's the right person then? You just said if it's the right person, he's obviously not going to propose to you in a week.
Well,
how are you supposed to know somebody's the right person?
You just feel it. Like that's how I felt with you. I didn't like wait 4 months and then the second it hit like January 1st, I'm like, okay, yeah, now he's the right person. Now I'm gonna say yes to dating. It's just like you just feel it. Like I know people that have like started dating like 8 months after, you know who I'm talking about, 8 months after being a thing. And I know some people that, like me and you, for example, we were friends and then the next day we dated. We didn't even have like a talking stage or a flirting stage. We were literally friends and then dating. Like there's no time frame. It's just when you know, you know.
I don't even know that song.
But you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I guess that's right. But like, okay.
Like obviously logically, you're like obviously logically not going to marry someone 1 week into the thing. I'm just saying there's no like specific time frame that's wrong or right. It's just when you know, you know. When you feel in your heart that you want to marry this person, then I don't think you should be like, oh.
Okay, so now let me ask you another question. Do you think there's a time frame when it's like, okay, this has prolonged too long?
Oh,
These people should get married, and what do you think that time frame is?
Well, I don't know. I mean, if you communicate with your partner that you want to get married in the end, and that's the end goal, because there's a lot of couples out there that don't talk about it, which is weird. But I think that if you're talking about it and you know that the person wants to marry you, then like obviously you don't want to wait, but like at the same time, if you want to get married, then yeah, it's fine. But at the same time, it's weird when people are just dating and they have like kids and stuff and they're not married, because I don't believe in that.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it is weird that like if you're gonna commit to have children, okay, an accident is another thing, but like okay, if you're already having that accident, then or if you're already having sex and you're gonna have, and you know that there's a possibility that okay, we're having sex and there's gonna be a child, then if you're already having sex with that person, I think that you should already know subconsciously or have like an agreement that okay, if an accident does happen, then we're basically obliged, what's the word? Obliged? Obligated to get married, to have a commitment to this child that we just created.
Yeah.
Okay, just to be honest with you guys, I don't like to do scripted things. I will eventually like get deeper when I get deeper along into the video making. I will have like drop points and like questions if I am interviewing somebody. But I think conversations shouldn't be scripted. They should be natural.
Well, yeah, obviously.
Because who likes to listen to a scripted conversation and it like seems like it's like fake or part of the Matrix? Like if it's just natural and it comes out without any like direct order, then I feel like it makes it a better conversation to listen to. So my next question to you is, what do you think about some people who don't let their girlfriends go out? For example, I let you go out and I give you a lot of freedom because I trust you.
Yeah.
Right? Go with your girls, go to the club, have fun. Obviously keep me in the loop what's going on for safety reasons.
Yeah.
But what do you think about boyfriends who are very controlling, that don't let their girlfriends go out, for example, to the bars, clubs, or just anywhere?
I think it's very toxic and controlling, and I think it's very wrong.
Why?
Because there's no freedom attached to that, and if you love someone, then you obviously trust them that they will not disappoint you and not hurt you.
Yeah.
And if you want to be your own person as well as dating someone, then you have to be able to do what you want and go out with your friends. Because let's say, for example, all your friends are out having fun, partying, then your girlfriend's never gonna have a social life because she's always gonna have to be stuck at home and listening like a dog to your freaking boyfriend. Like, it's the same thing as like when you're living in society here with like the government. Like, would you like it if you were sitting at home because the government said you can't leave your house because this and this and this, and you have to stay home, and you can't go to the store, and you have to wear masks? Everyone hated that. It's the same thing. You can relate to this. Everyone at the end wants freedom, and they want to do what they want. But at the same time, the government wants to know that they have your trust, that you're not going to go murdering people when you go to the store or when you go in public. So it's the same thing.
So what would you say to a boyfriend, for example, that might give you this objection? Oh, I know what kind of guys are out there, and I know their intentions, and I want to keep my girlfriend safe and protected.
Well, safe is one thing. Like, if you have her location and you know she's safe and you can call her and text her, obviously you have your phone. But having the excuse that there's other guys out there, okay, and what? So if you trust your girlfriend, then it doesn't matter what guys are out there.
Yeah, I think it's the same thing with like parents and children, right? Like, the parents obviously still love the children and want to keep them like safe and protected, but like they can only do so much.
They still let them go to school, and they still are exposed to crappy kids. Like there's so many kids that are so bad and like fool around and stuff, and your kids are going to be exposed to those people, but you still trust them that they're going to find the right group of friends.
Yeah, and like at the end of the day, you can't control your kid if he goes to the club or the bar and like what kind of decisions he's going to make. You just trust that with life experience and like the way that you raise them, they're going to make the best decision possible for themselves, right?
Yeah. So if you have a boyfriend that's controlling you, dump him right now. I'm serious. I cannot do that. I'm sorry. That's like the one thing that actually bothers me. Like, makes me so mad. Like, how are you just gonna like control her like a puppet? Like, no.
Yeah, I think that's true. Like, too much control. Like, a bit of...
Like, there's an extent. Like, you're not gonna let her go to a strip club, obviously. But like, to go out with your friends to dance and have a couple drinks, that's fine. Especially if she's with other girls that have boyfriends, that's even better.
Well, why wouldn't you let her go to a strip club? That's a girl seeing another girl. Or a male strip club.
I'm talking about a male strip club.
You wouldn't go to a male strip club if I let you?
No, why would I do that? That you're going there for a different purpose. When you're going to a club, you're going there to dance with your friends. When you're going to a strip club, you're literally going to look at naked bodies.
Yeah, that's true.
It's two different intents.
Yeah, I think strip clubs are like a totally different topic that we could cover on another episode if I decide to bring you back. Oh, that's funny. Okay, so what do you think about relationships where the whole, like, I don't know if it's like blue pill or red pill or like woke or unwoke, but basically where like the guy has to provide for everything and the girl has to just be the stay-at-home mom and do nothing? Like, what do you think should be a woman's role? And do you think women should work if they want to? Do you think women can be home providers, or are males responsible to do that?
Well, if a woman is passionate about her job, let's say, for example, she's been studying nursing her whole life and she loves it and she's obsessed, go for it. She can become a nurse, whatever. She likes it, whatever. But if there's someone who, let's say, for example, like, had a difficult like upbringing and didn't know like what she wanted in her life, and then the husband wants to provide, then sure, she can stay at home and take care of the kids because it's beautiful as well. So I'm agreeing with both sides.
How about if
but I wouldn't want like my husband to be like, I want you to work because I don't make enough money. Like, no, bye.
But how about if the husband wants to be a stay-at-home dad?
Oh,
and
bye.
the wife is
bye.
What do you mean bye?
That's so gross.
How is that gross? But if he wants to take care of the kids?
That's just not how it works. Women have way more knowledge about kids than men do. They give birth to the kid.
What does giving birth to the kid have to do with knowledge?
The kid has more connection with the wife, with the mom. When you don't know it because like you grew up, but like the second you're out of the womb, it's not yes or no. It's just you just know that she has more connection with the wife because she came out of the. It's a fact. You can search it up. It's just because she came out of that stomach. Is there a problem?
No, it's true. I think that...
No, like it's a fact.
I think it is a fact actually too, because I'm pretty sure that like, especially like younger children have a not a deeper, but like
that's why
a more emotional connection to their mothers.
Well, yeah. Why do you think like they stop crying when they go into the mom's hands versus the dad's?
Yeah, exactly.
Because they just feel they feel at home with her because they were in her for 9 months.
Okay, speaking of introverts,
Oh, no.
how do you?
Coffee?
Ew, no, it's stinky.
Babe.
How do you think introverts are supposed to date?
Introverts stay introverts.
No, but then I feel like the relationship would be so boring and mundane.
Well, and that's what they like. Like that's what they're attracted to.
No.
Yes.
I don't think that would work.
That's exactly how it works.
No, because then
why do you think? Didn't like.
Okay, this is not how a podcast is.
No, but that's literally the answer.
I didn't even know what you said because it was the dumbest whisper.
Introverts will like introverts and extroverts will like extroverts. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. That's why some couples are quieter at functions and some couples are so hilarious, like me and you.
But I also feel that if an extrovert is dating an introvert,
that could also work.
That could work, and it would be really beneficial to both sides.
But to a certain level, there's different types. I've learned it in my personality class in psychology. There's, I forget the word, but there's extrovert, introvert, where it's like a mix between the both. And then there's extrovert, like Rebecca, for example, where he doesn't care. But then there's also extroverts like me, where like I have a filter at some places.
But I think it's also important, and it actually works out like the best relationships are, where one person is like not fully to the end of the spectrum, but like kind of introverted, and the other person is like kind of extroverted, because then it's like almost like yin and yang. Like
yeah,
one
but not
balances.
Full blown extrovert, full blown introvert. That
No. That's like it will never work out, because if somebody's a full blown introvert, they need another full blown introvert.
Yeah.
But if somebody's a full blown, so rude. Okay, just hold it in. Just suck it back in.
Just put the ad when I peek.
There's no ad yet.
I know.
Yet. Okay, let me finish my thought until you just so rudely interrupted. I was gonna say that full-blown extroverts need full-blown extroverts, because then the introvert, if they were to date one, would kind of minimalize them and like drain their energy. And a full-blown introvert needs a full-blown introvert, because a whole extrovert will just put too much energy, and then the introvert will get like anxious and stuff. So that's also like a good test to see if you guys are capable and compatible with one another, right? If they're fully extroverted or fully introverted, or on what scale of introverted and extroverted the other person
Get out
is.
of my face.
But like 50-50 is good.
Like what are we?
I'd say you're like 80% extrovert and 20% introvert. And then I'd say I'm like 70% extrovert, 30% introvert. Because I still like my like quiet time, reading, coffee.
Yeah.
And then like after a while, like hanging around with so much people, I'm like, okay, I'm over this.
Yeah.
And like you're the same way, but like you take a longer time. And that's my cousin.
I don't really need like if like people are always like, oh, I hung out with someone on Saturday, so like now I need 1 week to recharge my social battery. Like I don't get it. Like what does that even mean?
Yeah.
Like I don't have that. Like sure, I'll like to be in my room or whatever. Like I couldn't go on like a 2-week bender sleepover. Like I'd go crazy. But like after one hangout, I don't need to recharge my social battery for a week. What?
No, but we're not talking about like friend circles. I think we're talking about to see if you're extroverted or introverted. You're saying, right? Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Thanks for coming on the
watching.
Matthew Lushchinsky show.
Yeah, anytime. I have to go to my next podcast, so.
Yeah, your flight's waiting for you.
Yeah, Little Yachty's waiting for me.
Why Little Yachty?
I think I have it at 3 with him.
Why Little Yachty did you just think of?
I don't know, he called my manager.
No, seriously.
I don't know.
You don't listen to him. You don't watch him or have him on any socials. How did that name just randomly pop into your mind?
I don't know.
Did he hit you up in your DMs?
Yeah.
Okay, anyway. I gotta go through all of her DMs now and make sure that little Yachty's not messaging her because I'm super insecure that so many guys are DMing her.
We have to do my thing.
Okay.
My front caps.
Anyway, if you guys enjoyed the episode, please subscribe, like,
subscribe,
and comment. Follow me on Instagram, matt.lishchinsky, and get ready for the next episode.
Peace.
I hope you guys have a great day. Peace. Well, that was not bad. First successful episode.